Hello. Today we're going to look at foliar feeding. What is it? How and why do we do it? So what is foliar feeding and why do we do it? Well, as the name suggests, foliar feeding is feeding your plants via their leaves as opposed to their roots. Now, why do we do it? Well, simply, sometimes your plants are looking a little bit tired and they look like they need a boost. This is a way of boosting your plants. It does not replace good quality soil, because the majority of feeding of any plant is via its roots. In fact, normally it's 100%. But here we have a little system for boosting things. Now, how do we do it and when do we do it? Well, first of all, we do it in the morning or in the evening. Basically, it's early morning here. It's still nice and fresh. And we can do it in the evening too, when it's a little bit cooler, not in full sunlight. Now, why is that? Simply because on the leaves of any plant there are what we call stomata. And stomata are little pores that the plant breathes through. It's for gas exchange. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply our foliar feed by making it into a kind of mist which will be absorbed by these little pores. One thing to note, there are probably more of them. They're more dense on the underside of the leaf than on the top of the leaf. So when we apply the feed, and we're going to use a kind of sprayer, we make sure that the undersides of the leaves are sprayed too. Just a little side note about watering or spraying in full sun. It's to be avoided because water droplets on the leaves will act like little magnifying glasses in full sun and actually cause the leaves to burn. So, no watering or spraying in full sun. Let's have a look at the sprayer. Here's mine, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a very, very fine mist. So what's in this feed? Well, you can buy things at your garden shop. They can be organic or non-organic feeds, but you can also make them at home. Mine actually in here is made from nettles. So you can make a nettle fertilizer manure, or sometimes it's called a nettle tea. But there's lots of others you can use. You can use comfrey, rhubarb leaves, horsetail. I've even known people to use grass. So, how do we apply it on this lovely, fresh summer morning? It's very simple. Basically, give this a good pump. And remember, we need a very fine mist. The idea is that it can pass by these little pores on the leaves. Okay, so we just simply, very simply, the very, very fine mist, make it as absolutely as fine as possible, and we spray, remember, on top of the leaves and under leaves. Again, a question of timing. We don't want to do this just after the rain or just before the rain, because of course the rain that's already passed will dilute any effect we have from our feed, and if it rains straight afterwards, of course it'll wash it all away. But there we have foliar feeding in its simplest form.